money. Don't ever forget that. 1.4 trillion naira. And this is the money he spent wholly on PDP, hoping that he will become the presidential candidate of a PDP. And those who pledged that they will be with him when he was spending this money, Wike was using River State money to bail out about 3 states, especially Sokoto State in northern Nigeria. Sokoto State is a state that got so mismanaged by Tambuwa, right? If not for River State money, it's on record that Sokoto State alone collected more than 100 billion naira from Wike. Payment of salary. It was even doing some Father Christmas across the northern Nigeria at the time. When the time came for them to deliver their delegate for Wike at their PDP Congress, Abina Convention, they all went for Atifku. That kind of, man, that destroyed, that broke something inside Wike. That it became what you are now seeing today. So what a coward is that is not bold enough to just say, you know what, I'll just go and join APC. But he didn't want to do that. To him, they would destroy the same political party and ensure that that Atifku, Abi anybody, they will never have anything from that, you know. And that's what, that's what coward does, right? So he's on revenge. So why can't the PDP get rid of him? That's the question majority of people are asking. Don't forget that Wike has his own friends and supporters who believes that he's been treated so unjustly. He's been treated so unfairly. But he got played. That's what happened. They played him. Wike should be in prison. That's why I made this Grok, AI picture. This should have been a common picture of Wike in handcuffs, in prison, for looting River State so brazenly, enough that as part of the deal he made there with Tifnumbu, the treasury looter as well, like him, a kleptomaniac drug dealer like him, was to make sure that he's never, in all the EFCC investigation that made EFCC declare the Fubara wanted, right? Which Wike was the target, right? That investigation should remain buried. And that's the compromise they have on him. He should be in jail. There are many, those of them who are supposed to be in jail, but right now they are like being protected by police, by DSS and the rest. And they are moving about and they call themselves, Wike is being called an honorable minister. Honorable. I've been an honorable minister. Here you get now. So he got a deal for himself in APC, but he should be able to move on to them. But part of the deal is to ensure that the PDP remain in comatose. And he's doing that. So if Damagun is now feeling like it is time for them to deal with Wike, for the first time, mentioning Wike in his own presser could be a very good beginning, or a sign of what is still to come, 2025. So one of the supposed Wike's henchmen before the table turned, who is now the chief of staff to Fubara, had this to say, because it's more or less like Wike is now fighting almost everyone in River State, including Peter Odili. Oh, you heard that one, right? So here is what the Fubara's chief of staff, a guy that resigned as a lawmaker to go and take an appointment in helping to sort of stabilize Fubara against Wike. Listen to this.
From our father and grandfather, Sir Dr. Peter Odili, that is the man who the former First Lady Patience Odili handed him over to. Not be so. Orashi people took all the risk. We are in the front to make sure he becomes governor, to succeed as governor. Will benefit anything? No. But under this administration, waiting they promise us and no fit do. It never they happen. Omok Zona Hospital never they finish. I hold Omok Road, it never they complete. Omok Tebema Road, it never complete. Elele Ikri Omok Road, it never they do. Who is your brother? Don't be Fubara. Who is your brother? Don't be Fubara. I beg play one song for our governor. This December we passed, somebody sent me one video where the minister of FCT, they host a committee of friends where they drink, and we see two persons say that they apologize to minister on our behalf. Don't be juju be that. Don't be juju be that. How you go apologize for us when the leaders of Russia are here? Yes. You can't tell the whole Senate to apologize for us? No! The only offense our grandfather and father, Sir Dr. Peter committed was to tell Wike, please allow Rivers people to be. Don't be so. No. Allow our resources to be. Don't be so. No. Allow the governor to govern Rivers State. Don't be so. No. Line two persons. Let me tell you, how did their career start? Right Honorable Prince Chibudon Wuche was Deputy Speaker House of Reps. Who make an House of Reps member Deputy Speaker? No, repeat all the way. Prof. Felix Obua was local government chairman. Who make a chairman? Not be all the way. Wike was.
You know? So that was them in Rivers. And there will be more from where that, that came from, by the way. So in the next few hours or maybe in the next few days, where the Wike will respond as well. And of course, you can imagine what the response will be like. So as they are inching towards 2026, 2027, the drama is expected to become pretty much like dramatic, you know? But let's leave with the Wike and their PDP, as well as other, songwriters, composers, and singers like that, okay? So let's stop by in Anambra. In Anambra State, Anambra has been in the news in the last 2-3 weeks, where Soludumb set up a vigilante militia and gave them guns to hunt down those suspected to be behind the kidnapping and insecurity in Anambra State. Commendable, they will say. But they have been using some extrajudicial means of identifying those they call the criminals. We have had innocent people being killed on the allegation of them being kidnappers without evidence. Others have also been rounded up, beaten up, tortured under this guise of them being bomb makers on different allegations as well. However, there's actually a special squad, or should I say the same squad, going after DBS. The people we popularly call or known as Babalawo or Mamalawo, Onkulawo or Antilawo, Brotherlawo or Sisterlawo in Yoruba land. I don't know what they call them in Hausa or what they call them in Tifi. Director Scott, what do you call Babalawo in your area? They call them Dibia in Biafra land, in Igbo land. So to this militia of Soludumb, all these DBS in Anambra State, they are criminals. And they must first to differentiate between criminals and original DBS. So the state government put together a plan that all the traditionalists in Anambra State, they must register and give access to their shrines to this special squad to determine that they are not kidnappers and they are not involving in some criminalities. Okay, so that somehow is called a religious persecution on the one side, because the same, the same treatment is not kind of being meted out on Muslims or Christians. So the DBS or the traditionalist, which is also a religion, by the way, right, is now a direct target from a direct target of this Soludom's militia. So them, they are causing more damages. They are doing more damages than good. For example, there is one called Akwa Okuko Tiwara Aki. I don't know if I pronounce that right, but you do know him. This young man is a very popular face on social media. Let me see if okay, yeah, that's it. He's a popular face on social media. Someone who claimed to have the power to make money rituals. Is very popular on Facebook and is partially also present on Twitter. Instagram, you see him there. So he encourages young people to come to him, pay him some money, and he will make them money rituals to make them rich. His digital footprints, they are everywhere, no doubt. So among other shrines, they've sort of, demolished in the name of fighting insecurity in Anambra State. Yesterday, this Akwa Okuko, I mean, what is his name again? Akwa Okuko Tiwara Aki or so, right? It was picked up by the Soludom's team 2 nights ago, rather. And despite his digital footprints, where he's been like brandishing money, worth of cash, to say that, it could make people rich. And I went on to investigate, by the way. They said the level of, the level of degeneracy among the young people in the eastern part of Nigeria, in their ways of looking for easy and quick money, in the last 2 years, has reached a sort of a serious alarming rate, no doubt, because social media is there to lure them out. So to some, it is just a mere 419, a fraudster taking advantage of the gullible ones. But to the Soludom's security, there is more to that. So he was picked up, he's been arrested. While they were interrogating him 2 nights ago, he had, I'm going to go look for that clip, by the way. So he had this to say, where is that clip? 1 sec, sorry. Yeah, this one.
The video that is going viral.
Yeah. It's not my page that posts the video.
And the law, you said you know about the law.
Yeah. I hear about the law, about Wike. I know that you see where I hear not my page, you see nothing like that.
Okay, you know you have already stopped
it. Yeah, because they say okay, do this, okay, I just stop it. But that okay, now we give them that name. Okay, they will not be na name. Okay, then I send away. But now because of that one, they're there for what?
So, gentlemen, we are going to push for that. We must. So we want to see those things. Okay. We want to even see where you do these things, and then the evidence that what you're doing, and then even your shop, okay, where it is, and that is what the law says. And failure to get all these things, of course, you know the consequences. I will add you also. So get the team ready. We'll investigate him first. As at this point, yeah.
Turn this way. Come. Where did you go? Come.
Is a social media influencer, and they call it the Okite. Yeah, that's what they call it, the money ritual. the Okite ritual, which is that if you, man, I've seen the video of this guy. He's done some, some funny fetish sort of, rituals. I've seen where he had people, young boys, line them in a stream, right? And had them bathe with, the blood of animal, like they were slaughtering animal and all of that stuff. And I'm like some stuffs that they are just like ridiculous. But except he actually commits any crime, he might have committed the crime of obtaining money via false pretenses, which is a crime. But it is not a crime to be a traditionalist. It is not a crime to be a dibia. Okay? I want us to be very clear in that area, okay? Now, if you see any, whether even if you are a Muslim or a Christian or you are a dibia that gets involved in human sacrifices or killing anyone, that must be dealt with. But except for that, being a dibia shouldn't be something that automatically puts you on in a suspicious what have you. What would they even know if they get to a shrine and they see blood in a pot? So are they going to say he's committed a crime or what have you? So right now, there is no evidence of him probably being involved in kidnapping or what have you, all right? But except if they have evidence of him duping people, which in itself is a crime. And then the part where is influencing young people into what they consider as ritual crimes, like except there is a crime committed, because the only reason why it's being picked up could be for two reasons. The first one is that to those who believe that he's a fraudster, disguising himself as a dibia, all right? And then others who believe that maybe he's actually doing some rituals that is suspected that involves human sacrifices. Now, there is no established fact on this. He categorically denied that he's doing Okite, he's doing this or that, even though there is evidence of all of that on social media and how much of this he displayed on social media. But the reason why I shared this with you is that apart from those who have been unlawfully extrajudicially killed in Anambra State in the last 2 weeks, they've had successes though of those who have kind of like confessed to their crimes of being kidnappers, and they've taken them to the site of their crimes, where those they kidnapped, collected ransom from, and still killed them, right? They've had successes. But this kind of profiling of people and saying you are guilty until you prove innocent is totally against the normal natural laws, Abi. You are considered innocent until proven guilty, not that you are guilty until you are proven innocent, because that seems to be the operational procedure of Soludom and his militia in Anambra State. From what we have seen so far with evidence, once they grab you, you are guilty until you prove that you are innocent, or until they prove that you are innocent, and you are likely never going to have a chance of proving it. So we'll continue to shed the light on the activities of this Anambra militia, because a lot of people believe that all of these two, they have something to do with the election of Anambra State that is coming up later this year. And that is why we will continue to. So this guy has been locked up, and his own lawyer, which is Ejiofor, his name is Ejiofor, that is his lawyer. So his lawyer is now demanding for his release. If he's committed no crime, if you have no evidence of him committing any crime, there's no point in locking him up because he's a DBA. Right now, they are clamping down on anyone and everyone who is DBA in Anambra State, except if you are Soludom said DBA, like, belong to his political class, his political circle, then you may be spared.